When working with Unity's UI text element, there's a few things you can consider. So let's go to GameObject UI text, and you see it created the text. It also created our canvas and event system. Remember, the UI can't work without both of those. So if you look at this text object, you can see that the text is actually way over to the left of this square. So right here, these are alignments. So it's doing the left align. That's where it is now. If I click on this one, it's right align. You see how now it's over here. And the middle one is center align. And these are the vertical placement. So right now it's up near the top of the square. If I click on this one, it'll go near the bottom. And this one will go in the center. So if I want it in the very, very center, I would click this center align and middle align. Now it is actually, the text is way down here to the left. These things here are the anchors. Whenever I move it around, well actually I have to set some aspect ratio so I can see. Let's just choose something there. So you can see now this text stays in relation to this. So you see how if I make this window, I'm looking at this side, the game window, if I make it too small, the text is going to go off the screen because it's relation to these. See? It's keeping this distance the same. So I can move these around, but they're pretty small. Sometimes they're hard to move. So Unity has come up with this thing to help us. If you click on this, make sure your text is selected. Click on this, and these are some presets. So if I want it to be aligned, let's say to the top left, I want to click this. But if I also want to move it while I'm clicking it, I press Alt. See, it says also set position. So I hold Alt and click on this, and now it's aligned to the top left. And when I go like this and change the window size, it always stays the same distance to this top left, no matter how small or how big the window. Alright, I could do it for Alt, click this, top right, bottom right, bottom left, or I could go in the center, and then it's always in relation to that center. I can also stretch it out across the top with these, or in there. Okay. There are other settings here. I could change the font size so you can see how it's getting bigger or smaller depending on this number. I'm just dragging the mouse across. You see how if I get too big, it suddenly disappears? It's because this bounding box is too small. So I can either make this bigger, and then it'll handle more. I can also use this best fit, and then it'll just choose the size that's best for you. And it'll also look at these minimum and maximum size. This, you can change the color of your text.